Good morning, afternoon, evening, everyone. Have you ever felt like you're constantly relying on others, seeking validation, approval, or even just waiting for someone else to take the lead in your life? What if I told you there's a secret that will free you from that cycle forever? A secret that once learned will make you unstoppable, independent, and truly in control of your own destiny. Mastering your mindset is the foundation of true independence. Your mind is the control center of your entire life, dictating how you perceive situations, how you react to challenges, and ultimately what you achieve. If you believe you are weak, incapable, or always in need of someone else's support, that belief will shape your reality. But if you shift your mindset to one of strength, resilience, and self-sufficiency, you will begin to see yourself as someone who is fully capable of handling whatever life throws at you. The first step in mastering your mindset is recognizing the power of your thoughts. Your internal dialogue, what you tell yourself every day, becomes your truth. If you constantly think, I can't do this alone, or I need someone to help me, you are reinforcing dependence. But if you start telling yourself, I am capable, I am resourceful, and I can figure this out, you begin to rewire your brain to operate from a place of confidence rather than doubt. One of the most powerful tools for shifting your mindset is affirmations. Repeating positive, self-empowering statements every day can reprogram your subconscious beliefs. Instead of waking up and focusing on everything that's wrong, wake up and say, I am strong, I am independent, I trust myself. At first, it might feel unnatural, but over time, these words start to shape your identity. Another critical aspect of mindset mastery is eliminating negative self-talk. Pay attention to how you speak to yourself in moments of failure or difficulty. Do you criticize yourself, call yourself stupid, or assume you'll never succeed? If so, it's time to change that pattern. When a negative thought arises, stop it in its tracks and replace it with something constructive. Instead of saying, I always mess things up, say, I am learning and improving every day. This small shift has a massive impact on your confidence and self-reliance. Your mindset is also shaped by the content you consume. If you constantly expose yourself to negativity, whether through social media, news, or toxic people, you will naturally develop a more pessimistic and dependent outlook. Instead, surround yourself with information that fuels your growth. Read books on self-improvement, listen to podcasts that inspire you, and engage with people who encourage independence and critical thinking. Gratitude is another powerful mindset tool. When you focus on what you lack, you reinforce feelings of insufficiency. But when you focus on what you have, you cultivate a mindset of abundance and capability. Every day, take a moment to acknowledge what you are grateful for. Your health, your intelligence, your ability to learn new skills. This simple habit shifts your mindset from dependency to self-sufficiency. Finally, adopting a problem-solving mindset is crucial. People who rely on others often see obstacles as reasons to stop, but those with a self-mastered mindset see them as challenges to overcome. Instead of saying, I don't know what to do, say, how can I figure this out? Every challenge you solve on your own increases your confidence and strengthens your independence. The journey to mastering your mindset is not an overnight transformation, but it is one of the most important steps toward becoming someone who doesn't need external validation or support to thrive. It's about taking full ownership of your thoughts, your reactions, and your beliefs, so that no matter what happens, you remain in control of your own destiny. Emotional independence is one of the most powerful skills a person can develop because it allows you to remain stable, confident, and self-sufficient regardless of external circumstances. Many people unknowingly tie their emotions to the actions, words, and opinions of others. They feel happy when others approve of them, sad when they are criticized, and lost when someone they rely on is no longer there. This dependency creates a cycle where external validation becomes a necessity rather than a choice, making it difficult to feel truly secure and in control. The first step toward emotional independence is recognizing that no one is responsible for your emotions except you. While external events can influence how you feel, your reaction is always within your control. People who lack emotional independence tend to blame others for their mood, saying things like, "They made me angry," or "that person ruined my day." In reality, no one has the power to control your emotions unless you allow them to. Instead of reacting impulsively to external triggers, practice pausing and asking yourself, "Why am I feeling this way? And how can I manage this emotion without relying on someone else to fix it?" One of the most common signs of emotional dependence is seeking validation from others. This can manifest in different ways: constantly needing reassurance, fearing disapproval, or feeling anxious when left alone. People who struggle with this often shape their decisions based on how they think others will react, rather than what they truly want or need. Breaking free from this requires developing a strong sense of self-worth that is not tied to external approval. You have to remind yourself that your value does not increase when someone praises you, nor does it decrease when someone criticizes you. Your worth is inherent, and it should never be placed in the hands of others. Emotional independence also requires learning how to self-soothe. Many people look to others for comfort during difficult times, expecting friends, family, or partners to always be there to lift them up. While support from loved ones is important, true strength comes from being able to regulate your own emotions. Developing coping mechanisms such as journaling, meditation, deep breathing, or engaging in creative outlets allows you to process your feelings without always needing someone else to reassure you. The more you practice self-soothing, the more confident you become in your ability to handle emotional challenges on your own. Setting healthy boundaries is another essential aspect of emotional independence. Many people struggle with saying no, fearing that it will disappoint or upset others. As a result, they overextend themselves, suppress their own needs, and allow others to have too much influence over their emotions. Learning to say no when something does not align with your well-being is a powerful act of self-respect. It reinforces the idea that your emotions and needs matter just as much as anyone else's, and that you do not need to sacrifice your own happiness to please others. Another major shift in achieving emotional independence is embracing solitude. Many people fear being alone because they associate it with loneliness or lack of connection. However, solitude is one of the most effective ways to build emotional strength. Spending time alone allows you to understand yourself better, develop self-awareness, and appreciate your own company. When you become comfortable being alone, you no longer feel the need to fill emotional voids with the presence of others. Instead, you learn that fulfillment comes from within. Emotional independence does not mean shutting people out or refusing help when needed. It simply means that your emotions are no longer at the mercy of others. It is about reaching a point where you can experience joy, confidence, and inner peace without needing external validation, approval, or reassurance. Skill development is one of the most crucial aspects of becoming truly independent. The more skills you acquire, the less you have to rely on others to navigate life's challenges. Many people feel trapped in dependency simply because they lack the ability or knowledge to handle certain tasks on their own. They depend on others for financial decisions, technical problems, daily responsibilities, or even emotional support because they have never taken the time to develop the skills necessary to manage these things themselves. However, once you commit to continuous learning and self-improvement, you gain the ability to solve problems independently, boosting both your confidence and your freedom. One of the first steps in skill development is identifying the areas in your life where you feel the most dependent on others. Do you rely on someone else to manage your finances? Do you struggle with basic home repairs? Are you always seeking guidance for decision making? Once you pinpoint these areas, you can begin actively learning how to handle them yourself. Instead of feeling helpless when something goes wrong, you start seeing challenges as opportunities to expand your abilities. A critical skill everyone should develop is financial literacy. Money is one of the biggest reasons people remain dependent on others. Whether it's relying on parents, a partner, or even an employer for financial security. Learning how to budget, save, invest, and generate income on your own ensures that you never have to rely on someone else to meet your basic needs. This doesn't mean you have to become a financial expert overnight, but understanding how to manage money wisely gives you the power to make decisions independently. Another essential skill is problem solving. Life is full of unexpected situations, and those who lack problem-solving skills often turn to others for solutions rather than figuring things out on their own. Developing a problem-solving mindset involves critical thinking, creativity, and the ability to assess situations objectively. Instead of immediately asking for help when faced with a challenge, take a step back and ask yourself, how can I resolve this? What resources do I have? What steps can I take to find a solution? Over time, this practice strengthens your ability to handle adversity without feeling the need to depend on someone else. Practical life skills are equally important. Cooking, cleaning, repairing household items, and maintaining personal health are all fundamental abilities that contribute to self-sufficiency. Many people grow up without learning these skills, making them reliant on others for even the most basic tasks. Taking the initiative to learn how to cook your own meals, fix small issues around the house, or even perform basic car maintenance can significantly reduce the need to depend on others. Communication and social skills are also powerful tools in becoming more independent. Knowing how to express yourself clearly, negotiate, and assert your boundaries allows you to navigate relationships, work environments, and daily interactions with confidence. Many people struggle with speaking up for themselves, which leads to situations where they feel forced to depend on others to advocate for them. Strengthening your communication skills ensures that you can express your needs and stand your ground in any situation. In today's digital world, technological literacy is another essential skill. With so much of life revolving around technology, those who don't understand how to navigate digital tools often have to rely on others for help. Learning the basics of using a computer, managing emails, troubleshooting common tech issues, and utilizing online resources empowers you to handle tasks without needing constant assistance. Self-defense and personal safety are also critical skills that contribute to independence. Knowing how to protect yourself physically and mentally in various situations prevents a sense of security that prevents reliance on others for safety. Learning self-defense techniques, situational awareness, and emergency preparedness ensures that you can take care of yourself in times of crisis. Skill development is a lifelong journey, The more you learn, the more capable you become, and the less you feel the need to depend on others for things you can manage on your own. Every new skill you acquire adds to your confidence and reinforces your ability to take control of your own life. Self-discipline is the driving force behind independence. Without it, even the best intentions and skills become useless, because discipline is what ensures consistency, commitment, and follow-through. Many people remain dependent on others simply because they lack the self-discipline to take control of their own lives. They wait for motivation, seek external validation, or rely on someone else to push them forward. However, those who master self-discipline no longer need external forces to guide them. They create their own structure, maintain their own routines, and push themselves forward even when they don't feel like it. One of the biggest misconceptions about self-discipline is that it requires motivation. In reality, motivation is fleeting. It comes and goes, and if you rely on it, you will struggle to stay consistent. The key to true independence is learning to act regardless of how you feel. This means going to the gym even when you don't feel like it, sticking to your budget even when it's tempting to spend, and working toward your goals even when progress feels slow. Discipline is about making a commitment to yourself and following through no matter what. Developing self-discipline starts with setting clear goals. Without a specific goal, discipline has no direction. Whether it's financial independence, fitness, career success, or personal growth, defining what you want helps you structure your actions accordingly. A vague idea wanting to improve won't get you far, but setting a goal like save $10,000 in a year or read one book per month gives you a clear target to work toward. Once you have a goal, the next step is creating a system. Many people fail at self-discipline because they rely on willpower alone. Willpower is like a muscle. It gets fatigued over time. Instead of forcing yourself to make difficult decisions every day, build routines and habits that make discipline automatic. For example, if you want to be more productive, set a specific work schedule. If you want to eat healthier, meal prep in advance so you don't have to rely on willpower when hunger strikes. The more structured your life becomes, the less effort it takes to stay disciplined. Another crucial aspect of self-discipline is learning to delay gratification. Many people struggle with impulsive decisions, choosing short-term pleasure over long-term rewards. Whether it's procrastinating, overspending, or indulging in unhealthy habits, the inability to control impulses leads to a cycle of dependency. Those who master self-discipline understand that success requires sacrifice. They are willing to put in the effort today for the rewards of tomorrow. Training yourself to delay gratification, whether by saving money instead of spending, exercising instead of staying in bed, or studying instead of scrolling through social media, builds the mental strength needed to stay independent. Accountability also plays a major role in self-discipline. Many people rely on others to hold them accountable, whether it's a boss setting deadlines, a coach pushing them to train, or a friend reminding them of their commitments. But true self-discipline means becoming your own source of accountability. This can be done by tracking your progress, setting personal deadlines, or using tools like habit trackers and journals to monitor your consistency. The key is to take full responsibility for your actions, knowing that no one else is going to push you to succeed. You have to push yourself. Avoiding distractions is another important factor in building self-discipline. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. Social media, entertainment, endless notifications, all designed to pull attention away from meaningful goals. Those who lack self-discipline often fall into these traps, wasting valuable time that could be spent on self-improvement. To maintain focus, it's essential to create an environment that supports discipline. This might mean turning off notifications, setting specific work hours, or using tools like website blockers to eliminate distractions. The more control you have over your environment, the easier it becomes to stay disciplined. Self-discipline is also strengthened through small daily habits. Many people think discipline is about making huge, life-changing decisions, but in reality it's built through small, consistent actions. Waking up at the same time every day, reading a few pages of a book, saving a small amount of money, or practicing a skill for just 10 minutes can all add up over time. The key is consistency. The more you reinforce disciplined behaviors, the more natural they become. Developing self-discipline is not easy, but it is one of the most valuable skills for achieving independence. It eliminates the need to rely on external motivation, guidance, or accountability. It ensures that no matter what challenges arise, you have the ability to push forward, stay focused, and take control of your own life. Financial freedom is one of the most important pillars of independence. Many people remain trapped in dependency because they rely on others for financial support, whether it's parents, a partner, an employer, or even government assistance. When you don't have control over your own finances, you don't have control over your own choices. You have to ask permission, compromise your dreams, and sometimes even stay in situations that are unhealthy or unfulfilling, simply because you cannot afford to leave. But when you achieve financial freedom, you gain the ability to live life on your own terms. You no longer need to depend on anyone else for security, stability, or survival. The foundation of financial freedom is understanding how money works. Many people struggle financially not because they lack income, but because they lack financial literacy. They don't know how to budget, save, invest, or grow their wealth. As a result, even if they earn a decent amount of money, they remain stuck in a cycle of financial dependency. Learning about personal finance, how to manage money, eliminate debt, and build wealth is one of the most valuable skills anyone can develop. The first step toward financial independence is creating a budget. A budget is a financial plan that allows you to see exactly where your money is going each month. Without a budget, it's easy to spend impulsively and end up broke before the next paycheck arrives. A strong budget ensures that you prioritize necessities, control unnecessary spending, and allocate money toward long-term financial goals. It also helps you break free from living paycheck to paycheck, which is one of the biggest barriers to independence. Another critical aspect of financial freedom is saving. Many people struggle with saving money because they prioritize short-term gratification over long-term security. However, savings provide the financial cushion necessary to handle emergencies, unexpected expenses, and opportunities. Building an emergency fund, at least 3 to 6 months worth of expenses, ensures that you are never in a position where you have to rely on others to bail you out. Saving money also gives you options. It allows you to leave a toxic job, move to a better place, or invest in opportunities that improve your future. Eliminating debt is another key step in achieving financial independence. Debt is one of the biggest chains that keep people dependent. Whether it's credit card debt, student loans, or personal loans, owing money limits your choices. Instead of being able to invest in your future, much of your income goes toward paying off past mistakes or obligations. Becoming debt-free means that your money belongs to you, not to banks, creditors, or lenders. It allows you to use your income to build wealth instead of paying interest to someone else. Investing is another crucial part of financial freedom. Simply saving money is not enough because inflation reduces the value of cash over time. To truly become independent, you must learn how to make your money work for you. This means investing in assets like stocks, real estate, or businesses that grow in value over time. Many people are intimidated by investing because they think it's too complex, but the reality is that anyone can learn. With the right education and strategy, even small investments can grow into significant wealth over time. Multiple streams of income are another powerful tool for achieving financial independence. Relying on a single paycheck is risky because it leaves you vulnerable. If you lose your job or your primary source of income, you could find yourself struggling to survive. Developing multiple income streams, whether through side businesses, freelancing, investments, or passive income sources, ensures that you are never fully dependent on any one person or company for financial security. The more income sources you have, the more freedom you gain. Self-control and disciplined spending are also essential for maintaining financial independence. Many people earn a good income but still struggle financially because they spend recklessly. They buy things they don't need, try to impress others, or live beyond their means. Financial independence requires the ability to say no to unnecessary expenses and prioritize long-term security over short-term pleasure. Learning to live below your means, differentiate between needs and wants, and make smart financial decisions allows you to build lasting wealth instead of constantly struggling to keep up. Financial freedom is not just about having money, it's about having choices. When you are financially independent, you decide where you live, what job you take, how you spend your time, and who you associate with. You are not trapped in a bad relationship, a toxic work environment, or a stressful situation because of financial limitations. You gain the power to walk away from anything that no longer serves you. You have control over your own destiny. Mental strength is one of the most valuable assets a person can develop on the path to independence. It is the foundation that allows you to navigate life's challenges without constantly relying on others for emotional support, reassurance, or guidance. Many people remain dependent not because they lack resources or skills, but because they lack the mental resilience to handle adversity on their own. When things go wrong, they immediately turn to others for solutions instead of looking inward for strength. However, when you build mental toughness, you become self-sufficient in your ability to handle stress, setbacks, and uncertainty. You no longer feel the need to be rescued because you know you are capable of overcoming anything on your own. One of the key aspects of mental strength is emotional resilience. The ability to recover quickly from difficulties. Life is unpredictable and setbacks are inevitable. People who lack emotional resilience tend to crumble under pressure, allowing failures, rejections, and disappointments to shake their confidence and make them feel powerless. They often depend on others to lift them back up or provide emotional stability. However, those who are mentally strong learn how to process emotions without letting them take control. Instead of being consumed by negative experiences, they acknowledge their feelings, learn from their mistakes, and move forward with even greater determination. A powerful way to build mental toughness is by embracing discomfort. Many people avoid difficult situations because they fear pain, failure, or hardship. They stay in their comfort zones, relying on others to handle the difficult parts of life for them. But true strength comes from facing challenges head on. The more you expose yourself to discomfort, whether it's by taking on new responsibilities, learning difficult skills, or pushing through hardships, the stronger and more resilient you become. Over time, what once seemed overwhelming becomes manageable, and your confidence in handling life's difficulties grows. Another crucial element of mental strength is self-control. Many people struggle with impulsivity, reacting emotionally rather than logically. They make decisions based on fear, anger, or immediate gratification rather than considering long-term consequences. This often leads to dependency because they create problems that they later need help fixing. Those who develop mental toughness learn to regulate their emotions, think critically before making decisions, and stay composed under pressure. They do not allow external circumstances or temporary feelings to dictate their actions. Building mental strength also requires learning how to be alone without feeling lonely. Many people struggle with solitude because they associate it with emptiness or isolation. As a result, they rely on constant social interaction, relationships, or external validation to feel secure. However, mentally strong individuals understand that being alone is not the same as being lonely. They learn to enjoy their own company, reflect on their thoughts, and develop inner peace. This ability to be content alone eliminates the need to constantly seek companionship out of fear or dependency. Developing a growth mindset is another important aspect of mental toughness. A growth mindset is the belief that abilities, intelligence, and circumstances can improve with effort and perseverance. Many people remain dependent because they believe they are stuck in their current situation, that they are not smart enough, skilled enough, or strong enough to succeed on their own. But those with a growth mindset understand that every challenge is an opportunity to learn and improve. They do not see failure as a reason to give up, but as a stepping stone toward progress. This mindset allows them to take risks, push through difficulties, and become self-reliant in their journey towards success. Mental strength also involves setting and enforcing personal boundaries. Many people allow others to manipulate, control, or take advantage of them because they fear conflict or rejection. They struggle to say no, even when something goes against their values or well-being. But mentally strong individuals understand that protecting their energy and peace of mind is crucial. They set clear boundaries, stand up for themselves, and refuse to tolerate toxic behavior. This self-respect ensures that they are not easily swayed by external influences or dependent on others for approval. Finally, mental strength requires the ability to stay focused on long-term goals rather than being distracted by temporary obstacles. Many people give up too easily when things get difficult, looking for shortcuts or relying on others to fix things for them. But true independence comes from persistence and the ability to stay committed even when progress is slow. Mentally strong individuals understand that setbacks are part of the journey and do not let them derail their efforts. They remain patient, disciplined, and determined, knowing that every step forward, no matter how small, brings them closer to their goals. When you develop mental toughness, you reach a point where external circumstances, challenges, and people no longer have control over you. You become your own source of motivation, stability, and confidence. You no longer seek validation, protection, or solutions from others because you trust in your own ability to handle whatever life throws your way. Self-reliance is one of the most empowering qualities a person can develop. It is the ability to trust yourself, depend on your own judgment, and take full responsibility for your life without constantly seeking approval, direction, or help from others. Many people struggle with self-reliance because they have been conditioned to believe they need someone else to guide them. whether it's a parent, a mentor, a partner, or society as a whole, they second guess their decisions, doubt their abilities, and hesitate to take action without external validation. However, when you cultivate true self-reliance, you become the master of your own life. You gain the confidence to make choices without fear, the ability to solve problems independently, and the freedom to live on your own terms. One of the key aspects of self-reliance is developing trust in your own judgment. Many people hesitate to make decisions because they fear making mistakes. They constantly ask others for opinions, hoping for reassurance that they are making the right choice. But the truth is, no one else can live your life for you. The more you rely on external input, the less you develop your own decision-making abilities. True self-reliance comes from learning to assess situations, weigh the pros and cons, and trust that you are capable of making the best choice for yourself. Even if you make a mistake, you gain valuable experience and grow stronger. Another crucial part of self-reliance is taking full responsibility for your actions. Many people remain dependent because they blame circumstances, other people, or bad luck for their situation. They believe that if only they had more support, better opportunities, or different circumstances, they would succeed. But those who embrace self-reliance understand that they alone are responsible for shaping their own lives. They do not wait for someone to save them or fix their problems. They take action to improve their situation. This mindset shift is powerful because it puts you in control. When you stop making excuses and start taking responsibility, you realize that your future is entirely in your hands. Self-reliance also means learning how to solve problems without constantly seeking help. Many people default to asking for assistance the moment they face a challenge, whether it's fixing something around the house, managing their finances, or dealing with personal issues. While there is nothing wrong with seeking guidance when necessary, over-reliance on others weakens your ability to think critically and problem solve. Those who cultivate self-reliance approach problems with a mindset of curiosity and resilience. Instead of immediately turning to someone else for answers, they ask themselves, how can I figure this out? What resources are available to me? What steps can I take to solve this on my own? Over time, this habit strengthens problem-solving skills and eliminates the need to depend on others for solutions. Another important element of self-reliance is emotional independence. They seek approval from others, crave compliments, and feel anxious when they don't receive reassurance. But when you develop self-reliance, you no longer need constant validation to feel worthy. You become your own source of confidence, measuring your success based on your own standards rather than what others think. This frees you from the need to please people or adjust your behavior just to gain acceptance. Financial independence is also deeply connected to self-reliance. Many people remain stuck in dependency because they do not control their own financial situation. They rely on a partner, family members, or an employer for security. But true self-reliance means being able to sustain yourself financially regardless of external circumstances. This doesn't mean you have to be rich. It means you have the ability to earn, manage, and grow your money in a way that ensures you never have to rely on someone else to survive. Taking control of your finances, learning how to save and invest, and creating multiple income streams all contribute to a life of self-sufficiency. Developing self-reliance also requires the ability to be comfortable being alone. Many people struggle with solitude because they associate it with loneliness. They constantly seek company, entertainment, or distractions to fill the silence. But self-reliant individuals understand that solitude is not something to be feared. It is an opportunity for growth, reflection, and self-discovery. When you learn to enjoy your own company, you gain a deep sense of inner peace that makes you less dependent on others for fulfillment. Lastly, self-reliance means embracing self-discipline. When you are truly self-reliant, you do not need someone else to push you, remind you, or keep you accountable. You take initiative, set your own goals, and follow through without needing external pressure. You wake up and work on your dreams, not because someone is watching, but because you are committed to your own success. This level of self-discipline ensures that you stay on track, remain consistent, and achieve your goals regardless of external circumstances. When you cultivate self-reliance, you reach a point where you no longer feel the need to depend on anyone for direction, validation, or survival. You become confident in your ability to make decisions, handle challenges, and create the life you want. You realize that everything you need is already within you. You just have to trust yourself and take action. Mastering the art of adaptability is one of the most crucial skills you can develop if you want to be truly independent. Life is constantly changing, and those who are unable to adjust to new circumstances often find themselves struggling, stuck, or overly reliant on others to help them navigate uncertainty. Adaptability means being able to adjust to any situation, no matter how difficult or unexpected, without feeling lost or overwhelmed. It allows you to handle change with confidence and embrace challenges as opportunities rather than obstacles. Many people fear change because it disrupts their sense of stability. But when you develop adaptability, you become fearless in the face of the unknown. You learn to thrive in any environment, no longer needing constant guidance or support from others to figure things out. One of the key aspects of adaptability is developing a flexible mindset. Many people become dependent because they are rigid in their thinking. They cling to routines, beliefs, or expectations and struggle when things do not go as planned. When something unexpected happens, they panic, become frustrated, or look to others to fix the situation. But adaptable individuals understand that life is unpredictable, and they train themselves to remain calm and open-minded no matter what happens. Instead of resisting change, they ask themselves, how can I adjust? What new opportunities does this create? This ability to shift perspectives and find solutions in any situation makes them incredibly self-sufficient. Another crucial element of adaptability is the willingness to learn new skills. Many people remain dependent because they refuse to step outside their comfort zones or expand their abilities. They assume that if they don't know how to do something, someone else will always be there to do it for them. However, those who embrace adaptability see learning as a lifelong process. They are not afraid to try new things, make mistakes, or figure things out on their own. Whether it's learning how to cook, fix a broken appliance, manage finances, or navigate a new environment, adaptable individuals are constantly acquiring knowledge and skills that make them more independent. The more you learn, the less you have to rely on others to get through life. Adaptability also means being able to handle uncertainty without fear. Many people struggle with uncertainty because it makes them feel powerless. They want to know exactly what will happen next, and when they don't, they look to others for guidance or reassurance. But adaptable individuals understand that uncertainty is a natural part of life. Instead of fearing the unknown, they embrace it with confidence, knowing they can handle whatever comes their way. They trust in their ability to problem solve, adjust, and move forward even when they don't have all the answers. This mindset allows them to remain independent and self-reliant no matter how unpredictable life becomes. Another aspect of adaptability is emotional flexibility. Many people struggle to be independent because they let emotions dictate their decisions. When things don't go their way, they become discouraged, anxious, or overwhelmed, and they rely on others to comfort them or tell them what to do. But emotionally adaptable individuals learn how to manage their feelings without letting them take control. They acknowledge their emotions, process them, and then shift their focus back to finding solutions. This emotional stability allows them to handle stress, setbacks, and changes with a sense of clarity and resilience rather than panic or helplessness. Adaptability also means being resourceful. People who lack resourcefulness often struggle to be independent because they give up easily when they don't immediately have the answers or tools they need. Instead of looking for alternative solutions, they turn to others for help. But adaptable individuals are creative problem solvers. They look at the resources available to them and find ways to make things work. If they don't know something, they research it. If they don't have the right tools, they improvise. This ability to think outside the box and use what they have ensures that they can handle challenges on their own rather than waiting for someone else to solve their problems. Another key element of adaptability is resilience. Life is full of unexpected twists, and those who are unable to bounce back from difficulties often find themselves relying on others for support and stability. But resilient individuals do not allow setbacks to define them. They learn from failures, adjust their approach, and keep moving forward. They understand that setbacks are not the end, they are just opportunities to grow stronger. This resilience makes them highly independent because they know they can overcome any challenge without needing someone else to pick them up every time they fall. Adaptability also involves being open to new experiences and environments. Many people feel uncomfortable stepping into unfamiliar territory, whether it's moving to a new city, starting a new job, or engaging with different types of people. Because of this fear, they remain dependent on familiar routines, familiar people, and familiar environments. But those who develop adaptability welcome new experiences with curiosity rather than fear. They see change as an opportunity for growth and are willing to explore new paths without hesitation. This ability to step into the unknown with confidence allows them to be truly independent, knowing they can thrive anywhere and under any circumstances. When you master adaptability, you become unstoppable. No matter what changes life throws at you, you know you have the skills, mindset, and resilience to handle it. You no longer feel the need to rely on others for stability, guidance, or security because you trust in your ability to navigate any situation. You become truly independent, free from fear, and fully in control of your own destiny. When you embrace these principles, mental strength, self-reliance, and adaptability, you step into a life of true independence. No longer will you feel the need to seek constant validation, depend on others for your happiness, or fear the unknown. Instead, you will trust yourself, take full control of your decisions, and move through life with confidence and resilience. The secret to not needing anyone anymore isn't about isolation, it's about empowerment. It's about knowing that you are capable, strong, and fully equipped to handle anything that comes your way. The moment you stop waiting for someone else to save you and start believing in your own power, you unlock a freedom most people never experience. So take this knowledge and use it. Strengthen your mind, develop your skills, and embrace challenges as opportunities for growth. The more you invest in yourself, the less you will ever need from anyone else. And that is the ultimate key to living life on your own terms. Strong, capable, and truly free.